girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. It's spicy, hot, disgusting, disrespectful outside, though. Crazy, yo, crazy. I don't know about y'all, but this heat wave is insane. It's like, shout out to my 90s babies, where I don't know why this episode kept replaying in my head today. If anybody is a fan of Hey Arnold, I feel like the episode of Hey Arnold where it was like the hottest day. Yo, tell me, somebody co-sign me on this. Yeah, I know y'all know that episode. Yo, so sad. I always remember a moment in that episode. I don't know who thought it would be a good idea to buy a bag of ice and walk home. Yo, he walked over, it was a bag of water. Yo, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. But that's how I feel today, yo. It's hot. It's hot.
I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, I feel like fighting the weather. The sun just... like all of that, punching them. Yeah, we got Nadine in the house. Santa Squad. Shout out to Nadine. Shout out to her brand new baby. She just gave birth to a beautiful baby son. I believe his name is Jesse. Jesse, right? Jesse is the new member of the Santa crew. But yeah, shout out to Jesse. Shout out to your brand new beautiful family. You go, girl. Girl power. Girl power. Yes. Always thank you, my love, for supporting me. So again, I can't wait to meet Jesse in person. I don't know if you're taking visitors. I was gonna hit you up. I would be like, yo, like, you want people to come through to the hospital? But again, when I could go, I want to go though, because I want to meet the little fella, cute little fella. Yes, that part. But yeah, yo, it's hot. And let me tell you something. It's gonna be hot today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be hot for the whole week. So stay cool, drink water, stay hydrated, stay cool, calm, cool, collective. That's what it is. Calm, cool, and collective vibes. So yeah, we got a lot in store for you today. We got extra special spicy guests with us. We got Jason Enrique in the building from First Class Second Place podcast. And yeah, we're gonna have some amazing conversations about mental health and what it is like to be on his show. Like in general, he's the host of the show, so what that show is like. And yeah, but let's jump into like a topic right now. I want to know, when it's super hot outside, what's your favorite ice cream to eat? Like, can you eat any type of ice cream? Like dairy? Are you a popsicle person? Ice pop? I want to know, what type of ice cream are we going with? You already know, Amanda. Sata Squad. We got the stunner shades on. Your girl's going to see Elton John this Sunday. So I wanted to play the part on the show. I wish I could see the fit though. Marv, can I stand up so they can see my outfit? All right, hold on. Yeah, let me take off the headphones before I rip them off. But look at the fit. Look at the fit. We got super cool vibes. Ew. Girl power. Yeah. So these are the vibes. Try to show you the fit. I like the outfit vibes. Yo, I'm dead. She said ice cream sandwich. Yes, of course that would be your favorite thing. But hold on, Amanda. Are we going with the plain Jane ice cream sandwiches, or we're going with the strawberry, the Neapolitan? Yo, I said the small and conquer guy. That's crazy. Ah, man. Ice pops. All right, what flavor, Nadine? What flavor ice pop are we doing? All right. If I had to pick my favorite ice cream to get in the summer, yo, let me tell you, I'm a proud Latina. We're talking about the frio people outside. Let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. It's those people that be pushing those carts, and you could either get the one with the shaved ice or whatever the other one is made out of. But the coconut flavor, and if you put cherry or mango on top, fire. Yeah. That's my favorite. I grew up in Patterson, so like every time I used to go to downtown, I remember when them shits was $0.25. Now I think they're like $1.25. Inflation. Hey, everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to get paid, though. Some Froyo. You know what? Froyo is fire. Shout out to, I don't know where this flavor came from, but taro. I remember one time somebody put me on taro ice cream. Yo, I don't even know what that is. That shit is some purple thing of heaven. That shit is fire. But I'm not like a person like that. I'm gonna put gummy bears and all that sweet shit. I think I'm like very plain. I'm like, I want some chocolate chips. I always get like the fruits in the froyo. I never like do the intense like, I don't know, like Skittles. And talking about Skittles, we're gonna talk about Skittles a little bit later. And if you have Skittles, you might need to throw them out. And I'll let you know in a bit. Can't let all the spiciness out. I gotta give you guys I gotta give you me in levels. You know, it gets too hot. It's already hot outside, so I'm not trying to make it hotter. But yes, as an adult, I like all of them. Neapolitan, thank you, baby girl. Nowadays, before that was blue. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. So, yeah, like you definitely gotta pick out your favorite ice cream. I don't know why, but did like vanilla ice cream just come out? Like I feel like if you choose vanilla ice cream, you're like basic. Like, it's such a safe flavor. And no judgment to anybody that likes vanilla ice cream. It just feels like, yo, why are you so safe? Oh. Damn. No, but that Marv, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? I already know chocolate.
Rocky Road.
Chocolate.
Rocky Road has more than chocolate.
Marshmallow.
It has marshmallow, chocolate, and chocolate chips.
Okay. Rocky Road. That's definitely a cool ass flavor. But yeah.
You know where the name comes from? During the Depression, life was rocky, so they used to call it Rocky Road, and that's where the ice cream comes from.
Can my guests hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Hold on. Everybody in the check-in, can you guys hear Marv, his answer? Curious. If someone can please let me know if you heard his answer. I ain't gonna tell you the flavor. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. But we'll see. We'll see or not. But that'll be cool. I didn't know that. So it was a poor person ice cream.
Yeah, during the Depression.
That's crazy. Poor people shit.
So
Okay?
they just mixed everything together they had.
Made the best out of it. Sounds like what I try to do when I'm trying to figure out what to eat at my house. I'm dead. But yes, I do recommend anyone if you know what a friend with a pool, use it. If you had plans to go to the water park, go. This is even vibes of playing with the manguera, like playing with the hose. I was thinking about that shit with my son. I was like, yo, you want me to spray you with the hose? It just like holds you down. See how it goes? Yes. Oh, Marv, they can hear you. Amanda just co-signed on that. They can hear you. Yo, that's awesome. Yo, guys, everybody that's been rocking with us, have you guys heard Marv the whole time? Or like, I'm curious. Like,
This is the first time I put a different mic over here. So
oh,
the first time
yes, you gotta keep it like that, Marv. You're like, you're the producer, Marv, the producer in the background, holding shit down. Yes, love that. Travis likes rum raisin. I'm a chocolate Haagen-Dazs person. Rum raisin. That's interesting. That's like one of those ice creams. Like, who introduced you to that? Like, that's like a very unique type of ice cream. You know what's an ice cream that I do feel like is questionable though? That it's just like, ooh, that's a different breed of a person. What's that it's the rainbow one. I think rainbow ice cream is just too much. It's like, which flavor do you even like? And then you know what I don't like about rainbow ice cream is that when you mix it all together, it makes dirty, murky water. Like, it's just not, it looks pretty, but afterwards it's just ass. Like, I don't know. I'm not with it. Why you being weird to me? That part. Shout out to Blaze. Yo, Blaze, what's your favorite ice cream? Let us know. So let's go. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to bring out the guests. So we're going to transition real quick, with some chill vibes, chill music. Gonna get spicier music next week for sure. And also, guys, remember, I'm taking a break in August. So keep that in mind. It's, talking about mental health. I feel like I could easily transition into that. The whole month of August, Mina Mendoza is going to be, I am taking a break. I need to, enjoy some of that summer. And your girl's going to be back in September. And a whole brand new vibe. We're going to be on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Your girl's getting a nighttime slot. So everybody that's at work, no excuses. Because now you're out of work. So it's going to be at 7 o'clock. It's going to be for 1 hour. But don't worry. I know, condensed to 1 hour. Hey, we're going to make it amazing. Great. Just wanted to let you guys know because next week will be my last episode for season 1. Yes. So come a long way. And I cannot wait. I can't wait to be back, coming back with new vibes. So I just wanted to make sure that I let y'all know about this. So at least y'all know. Be like, oh, Wednesday, where's she at? She's neglecting us. No, I'm not. Taking a break. Coming back September. So yeah, we got a whole official, amazing lineup set up already for September. I can't tell you the guests that are coming, but it's definitely amazing. Amazing vibes. So yes, I'll still be at work Thursday nights. I love you, Amanda. I love you. And I just thought about you today. Girl, we got Red Hot Chili Peppers in August. Yo, my lineup is crazy for concerts. I was listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers today. But yes, I'm the gift of gab type of gal. We're going to bring Jason Enrique back in here. And we're going to play some transition music, some chill music. Give us a couple minutes to have him settle in, and we're going to be right back, all right? So stay tuned. Stay with us. Yes. Let's go. Ew, it's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. We got extra special spicy guests with us in the building. We got Jason Enrique from First Class Second Place. Let's go.
You already know what's going on, everybody. What's going on, Mina?
Hey, I'm feeling good. Yo, I think Enrique is brave because he's wearing black on a hot day. But then again, I'm wearing black too, but in pieces.
I just got to rock with it,
Rock with it, yes. How you feeling though? You feeling good?
Other than that, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah?
I'm in a good place right now, mentally, physically, everything. I'm just in a good place right now. A lot of positive vibes. Even on a hot ass day like this, but I'm rolling with it.
It's hot. So everybody, we got some stuff in store for us right now. We're gonna talk about it all. So let's hop into the interview right now. So, okay, so First Class Second Place.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit. Let's keep it short and sweet. But let's talk about like the podcast. Like, how did you? First of all, why podcast?
Well, long story short, I've had an affinity for radio since 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing driving jobs, and back then, the only thing that you could stay entertained is listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, next thing you know, I started emulating and imitating all these on-air personalities like Mr. C and Cypher Sounds and all these other people.
Cypher Sounds.
and then also sports radio as well, and even Howard Stern to a certain extent.
Yeah, facts. You got a sports radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told sports radio. I've been told full sets operator. All of that.
Yo, hold on, guys. A question. Let me stop saying guys. I always got to remember gender neutral. But do you think Jason Enrique has a sportsman voice? Sportsman or sex hotline voice? Yo, let us know. Put it in the check. Do it in the check-in. Let us know. All right, I'm sorry.
Let's get that OnlyFans ready,
Yo, let's get that OnlyFans ready. Yo, I'm done.
So anyway, to finish the question. So then afterwards, fast forward to now, it seems like everybody is doing a podcast and everything, and I started listening to it. And based on my affinity for radio back then, and the fact that I felt like I needed this creative itch to scratch and everything, and I tried to do all different avenues, and I just figured podcasting was the way to go, especially since I wanted to do radio back in the day. And I love the fact that podcasting is your own creative freedom. It's your platform. You can do it however you want with no restrictions. In some certain lines, you don't want to be part of cancel culture or anything, but you get my point. But all in all, really, I just felt like I needed to do something creatively to really get out of this rut that I was in for quite some time, because I felt like for the longest time I felt like I was a cog in the machine. Like I was just a regular worker, and I was just gonna.
What's a cog? I'm like, what's that mean?
Well, basically, in a nutshell, what it means is that I'm just a part of the system. Like, I'm just a guy that's going to work a regular 9-to-5 job, come home, and just live life all over again and do it repeatedly the next day. Like, not doing anything extravagant with my life.
So you wanted to break the cycle?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I love that. So first class, second place though. Like, why that name? Why did you choose that name?
So I chose the name because, long story short, I feel like I could do a first class show. I believe in my talent. And I'm so confident in it that I know that I could do a first-class show and also bring on first-class people. But I want to keep that underdog mentality of being in second place. Yeah. And plus, me being from Jersey, I always thought that New Jersey was kind of like the little brother to New York, So I figure I feel like I could do a first-class show, but you guys want to keep me in second place.
Okay. So first class. So I have a question. Did you have any names that you were going to name the podcast before you named it that name?
I only had one, and ironically, because it's hot as hell outside, Temperatures Rising.
Temperatures Rising.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. It.
Mainly because of two reasons. One of my favorite songs from Mobb Deep is Temperature Rising, but I didn't want to come off as a copycat
shout out
or anything.
to Prodigy, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Prodigy. And also, with that kind of title, I didn't want people to think that, this is going to get like a real intense show where there's going to be a lot of anger and debate and so on and so forth. That was not what I was going for. So I just, that was something that I was playing around with at the time, but then afterwards I was like, all right, scratch that. I got to go back to the drawing board.
Also, that's like very controversial since like we came out of a pandemic, temperatures rising. He's like, fevers, all that. That's what I thought of. I was like, yo, COVID. I was like, hey, yo. You
already know.
That's funny, though. That's funny. Okay, so how long have you been doing the podcast?
Not even a year.
Okay.
Ironically, the first episode that I ever put out, and I didn't even know this until after the fact, was on National Podcast Day, which is September 30th.
Ooh.
So I kind of took that as a sign that, all right, well, maybe I'm supposed to be doing this.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know until after I already published it.
There's a podcast day?
There seems like there's a day for everything these days.
Facts.
You know?
And we're going to talk about what today is too, which is funny because it kind of laps around the sun to what our episode was about.
Yes.
It's funny. It's funny. All right, so... Okay, so you've been doing it for almost a year.
Yeah, in September it'll be a full year.
Okay, so can you tell us what your first episode was like? Like, did you have like jitters? Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Did you do it by yourself? Did you have a guest?
No, the very first introduction show that I did was by myself. It was just a 5-minute episode, and it was just an introduction to what the show is going to be about. And I was nervous, of course, but the thing is, I knew that everything is pre-recorded, so I could do it. You know, I could mess up as many times as I want, and I'll fix it later in the editing room. But I didn't think that I was going to mess up as much as I did, which I did because I was stumbling over my words. At one point, I accidentally bit my tongue, and I needed to take a break.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. You
accidentally bit my tongue.
Wait, whoa. I love that sound because I love SpongeBob.
Wow.
I was at the gym like Doodle Bob, like you know what I'm talking about?
Honestly, I'm not.
Be transparent.
I've never seen a SpongeBob episode. I really haven't. I basically stopped watching Nickelodeon after Our Real Monsters or Hey Arnold.
This was like a couple years
my
after.
era.
Yeah. Well, I think if you do want to watch an episode of SpongeBob, please watch that episode. Just a quick synopsis. They found the pencil in the ocean.
Okay.
And they drew this bootleg ass SpongeBob, but it turned out to be evil, so I didn't know how to speak English. So.
I could probably just YouTube it, you know?
You could definitely YouTube it, but that infamous scene where he's grabbing the pencil like yo, he was just going crazy.
Now I definitely gotta watch it.
You have to. Okay, so you bit your tongue. You were nervous.
And it was also in a hot ass closet with no ventilation.
You were in a closet?
Well, yeah, because I wanted to get the best sound quality possible.
Yo, I'm dead.
So I wanted,
Did
with all the clothes in
this?
No, it's just
What's the quietest room in the house?
Definitely the closet, but it's also the hottest because there's no ventilation. And the water heater's in there too.
Yo, that shit would have been cool if you could have like a video of that, like the bloopers, be like, look where I came from.
Man.
Yo, I'm dead. That's crazy though. Okay, so when did you get out the closet? Not like that.
It took, roughly, the episode took me about 15 to 20 minutes to finally get it out. Because like I said, like I wanted to make sure that everything that I was saying was right and concise and clear. And even when there was a time where I thought that I finally got it, so let me replay it back, and I was like, maybe I want to do a better one. Okay. And then afterwards, I did one more shot. And I was like, it's either going to do this or I'm going to have to just reschedule for tomorrow or whatever. But I banged it out and the last take, and that's the one that you hear now in the first episode.
Okay. Love that. And we have somebody in the check-in, Nathan Rita. I always ask because like I let my guests know, like, hey, we got somebody in the check-in, but if you don't know them.
No, but you know what? I still want to shout them out anyway because I've done a couple of these episodes with other people's platforms, and they probably know who I am, but I've never. They're probably from like a state that I never stepped foot in, but they still listen to me. So I want to shout you guys out anyway because listen,
thank you for supporting.
Yes, I was even surprised that when I was on the website for my podcast. For the stats and everything, there was even people in Australia listening to my stuff.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. I never look at stats like that. I should. Probably be surprised myself. Be like, what country loves me the most? I want to know. So shout out to you, Nathan. Thank you for supporting us on the show.
Shout out, Nathan. Appreciate it,
Thank you. Also, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you like content like this, you can see more of it. That part. Let's go.
Just do it.
That's crazy. I was talking to Marv like the other day, and I was like, I should be president. I know, man, random. But he put me in the spot and made me think of
president of what?
The country.
Oh.
I know. Listen, he was like, nah, Mina, you can't be president. You'll get drunk one day and be like, we're gonna start a war. Listen,
the only thing that I will say, and I won't say anything after that, is if an internet troll can become the president of the United States, anything can happen.
Oosh. Okay.
That's the only thing I'll say.
Okay. Shout out to Madeline. We got Evie in the building.
Evie, what's going on, girl?
What's good, Evie? Evie. Yes, girl. Thank you for always supporting. One thing about Evie, she is a supporting ass woman. Like, I feel like every time there's a post, if you put out something in your story, she is always there to like just send out nothing but positive like vibes.
At this point, she's like the queen of IG.
Yo, facts. Yo, you know what? Shout out to you, Evie. You're fucking amazing.
Yes.
And keep being amazing. You beautiful Aries woman. Love you. Yes.
Aries gang, what up?
Yo, facts. You Aries too?
No, I'm Taurus gang.
Oh, okay. I was like, the way you said it, you're like Aries.
Just showing love. That's all.
Yeah, facts. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
Earth gang. We're Earth signs. You know what that means?
Kind of. That's me part of being a Taurus. I'm stubborn, so.
So it's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're like the Earth trifecta.
Okay.
So every sign has a different like breakdown. You have air signs, you have water signs, you have fire signs, and then you have earth signs. We are earth signs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like check it out, like what it means. It's like I feel like it's one of the most calmest, grounding, and also most successful. We're money gang.
Yeah, tú sabes.
Yes. All right. So we talked a little bit about your podcast.
Yes.
How you came up with the name, how you started from. So I kind of want to know the little bit of like your experiences so far. Has there ever been a podcast where you were just like, yo, shut up?
Oh man,
we gotta protect them.
You really gotta put me on the spot. Actually, all right, I'll be honest, because I want to be honest with you and be transparent, because I want to build a career off of honesty. Yes, I have. I won't say who, obviously, but
protect the innocent.
Yeah, but matter of fact, I could think of maybe one or two off the top of my head.
Damn,
no more than that. No more than that. However.
He's spicy.
However, what I love about it at the same time is that, you know what, they're just as passionate as I am. That's the way that I see it. Yeah. So I can't knock passion. If they want to talk, if they want to go on, if they feel like they need to vent or get whatever is off their chest, then so be it. But there has been that time where I'm like, all right, this is going pretty long now. Yeah. I wonder when it's my turn to talk.
Was it me?
No.
I was about to say, was it me?
Can I be more transparent?
Yeah.
I was a little nervous about you because I felt I needed to get you out of your shell a little bit that day when you were on my show.
Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I just wasn't used to those type of settings.
That, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I was actually your first interviewer.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was the first time I got interviewed. I just feel like it was more because of the settings.
Okay.
I was just like, oh man, his dog's here.
Yeah, shout out to Monty.
Monty was cool, but I was like, hey, yo, he's on my feet. that part.
Where my dog's at?
Yo, facts. I think I even said, I was like, yo, can we put Monty in the bathroom? And you were like, nah. I was like, okay.
I'll put you in the bathroom before I put Monty in the bathroom.
I'm dead. But no, I love that interview. Everybody, you guys could check out the interview.
It was a great interview.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
What was it called again? It was
Keep It Spicy.
Keep It Spicy. So definitely check it out. I was actually a guest on First Class Second Place. Mm-hmm. We talked about Clueless. We talked about
Mr. Movie Phone,
Dave Chappelle. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a dope interview. Definitely organic banter. I loved it. It was cool. It was cool.
No, I had a great time. And once again, I really appreciate you coming on because at that time, especially, you didn't know me from a can of paint, but you took a chance on me and wanted to be a part of it. And I appreciate it nonetheless. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here.
Yo, facts. Major facts. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is the most memorable podcast episode that you were able to produce?
That's pretty easy. I could think of two, if I may. So, honestly, ironically enough, it was actually here at Bravery Studios.
Ooh, shout out to Bravery Studios.
Yeah, Marvin behind the glass, he knows this. So I was here with the legendary Joe Benengo, who is a radio personality who's retired. He was on WFAN Sports Radio for 25 years. And he is easily so far the biggest celebrity that I've had on my show. And it was such an honor for him to have him because for me, two things were happening during that interview. One, I can't believe that I actually accomplished something that I set out to do as hard as I worked to try to get him on my show, and he finally did.
Yeah.
And the more important thing is that my father, God rest his soul, was actually a fan of his as well.
Oh.
And unfortunately, he's not here with us anymore. It's going to be almost 5 years since he passed.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
I like to thank you. But I like to think of the idea that he was looking up from above, looking down on the situation. And I know that he was proud of me and also enjoying to see one of his favorite sportscasters in the same studio, in the same room with his own son.
Yeah. So how did you get in contact with this person?
So, again, shout out to Joe Benengo, shout out to Aaron Green and everybody
Let's go.
at Hackensack Brewery Company as well. So he has his own podcast called Oh the Pain Podcast, and he does a couple of live ones and in some spots in Hackensack Brewery and other spots in Hackensack.
Oh, wow.
And I've been to every single one of them.
Really?
With the intention of not only being there to support as a fan, but also try to see if I can get him or anybody else that he's associated with on my show. So I had to go through a couple of, twists and turns and obstacles, and I had to talk to the right people, and then eventually it happened. And when I got to him personally, he was willing to do it with no problem. He was very humble about it, and that's one of the things that I appreciate
Shout
about people.
Shout out to Joe.
Yes, absolutely.
Humble Joe.
Joe B.
Joe B.
Let's go Jets.
Hey.
Anyway, so there's that one, and then the other one is a friend of mine by the name of Selena Sophia, who is an old friend of mine from Florida.
Okay.
She's actually leaving Florida soon. I forget where she's going, but she's moving somewhere with her fiance, I believe, and their 2 kids. That was actually a very important and really fun episode for me to produce, because this was somebody that we had a falling out 10 years ago, because she was an alcoholic and an addict. And at the time that I met her, it was when her addiction and her alcoholism was at the worst. And it was completely toxic, and it basically ruined our friendship. And then, but fast forward to now, she's, thank God she's cleaned up her act.
Hey.
She's done an amazing job, and she is one of the most inspirational people you'll ever meet. I can't wait to have her on my show again.
Hey.
And I would love for everybody else that ever worked with me to have her on their show as well, because I think she has an amazing story to tell. I feel like one day a movie could be made on her one day. That's how crazy her life has been. But most importantly, we were able to get closure, because there was a lot of animosity and bitterness between us at the time, and then we were finally able to put that to bed. There's no more drama between us. We got over it, and it also made me realize that not only did she grow a lot as a person, but also I grew a lot as a person, because I wasn't that vindictive guy anymore that was going to hold a grudge on somebody that for something that happened way beyond their control so long ago.
Okay. I mean, growth is definitely something that I feel like happens every day with people. I say it all the time. Who you are now is not the same person you were 5 minutes ago.
Right.
And sometimes people need to go through things on their own in order to, I guess, evolve from that, heal from that, you
Absolutely.
know? So it's good that you guys were able to do like a full circle and come back to a positive place. So
Absolutely.
kudos to that, definitely. That's
shout
a
out
good
to
feeling.
Selena.
Yeah, shout out to Selena. So yeah, I like that story. It's very touching.
Thank you.
Very, very touching. One thing with having a podcast, I always feel like if you're my friend, you're coming on the podcast. Amanda, if you're watching this, she already knows. Amanda has been on the podcast, I think, like a couple times, just because it's like she's my best friend. That's literally
That's my
what
best friend.
that's what the show is called. Because I remember me and Barb, because I didn't want to put her whole government name in there.
Oh.
Because I don't want to. People don't know her last name, or maybe they do, but it doesn't matter. I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, yo, what do I call this? So it was like, that's my best friend interview. Like, yo, I swear to God. It was like, that's my best friend. Because it's like, I thought of Robin Big. And
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think of Amanda when I think of that song. I swear to God. So shout out to you, best friend.
Shout out, Amanda.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about it. I want us to I think I'm going to ask this question to everybody on the podcast. If I were to give you an unlimited credit card, right? What type of podcast episode would you do? Before you even answer, though, I want you to really think things clear. What guests will you have? Who would produce it? Where would you be? And would it be more than one guest?
Okay. So it would definitely be more than one guest. Well, first off, who I could definitely say can produce it is, and I'm not trying to be a kiss ass or anything here, but the 2 people that I think of is Joe Fucarino and Marvin from Bravery Studios. Because honestly, those two guys, ever since I started this podcast,
you're gonna put them in first class, though, right?
Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
just say it. just say it. Not second place, first class.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Those two guys specifically were the ones that believed in me in the beginning when it came to this podcast endeavor, and with their not only their words but their actions, they've been willing to work with me and also be there for me as a genuine friend, not just as a colleague in podcasting.
So fucking have them both.
Yeah. So
have them both. Have them both.
Right. So that's no. It has to be both. The way I see it, I it's like Sophie's choice. I can't choose between one. So
all right. So we got Marv and Joe as the producers.
Yes.
All right. So we got Marv, Joe's and the producers. Where are we going? That's what I want to know. Paint this picture.
I feel like we would have to go.
Don't say Jersey. I love Jersey.
No.
Let's go somewhere else.
No, I'm trying to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
At NASA. We're going to do it at NASA.
Yo, Marvin, we're going to put you in this astronaut suit. Let's go.
Oh, Houston is going to be a problem.
Yo, I'm dead.
No, honestly, no bullshit. I would really like to do it in San Diego, California.
Okay.
One, because I've never been there. I've been dying to go there. And I just constantly look at pictures and videos of how beautiful it is. And I feel like I want to do it there. And it would be just a great vibe. And everybody and anybody can come.
Okay. So San Diego, nighttime, daytime?
I would say like day going into night, like around this time from like 4 to 6, ending at like 11 or whatever.
Oh, it's a long podcast then.
I mean,
you were like 4 to 6, ends at 11. I'm like, that's a long.
No, I'm talking about like from like when daylight goes to nighttime.
Sunset?
Yeah,
like
there
sunset
you go.
times?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Right.
And would you have like a musical guest, some type of performance?
Absolutely.
Remember, you got an unlimited credit card, Jason.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who are we getting?
I mean, I feel like
you are not going to pay a credit card bill.
Right. Aside from the fact of
also your limit is over $4 billion. Well, it's unlimited, so don't even matter.
Yeah, I got it. It don't even matter yet.
Yeah.
I could think of a few off the top of my head of people that have actually been on my show already. Because I feel like they're artists, and I feel like the world needs to know who they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So
love that.
Yeah. As far as like popular ones, I got to go with my era, and I got to go with like Dipset.
Wow. Yo, I feel like if Cameron and Jim Jones, all of them saw this right now, this little clip could go viral.
Yeah. Hey, I met Cameron at Wawa one time, and then fast forward to then we could do it.
Yo, fact. Doesn't Cameron live in Lodi? Or he used to live in Lodi. I remember that.
He used to. That. And that's how I met him in Wawa. Of all places.
Cameron, yes. And shout out to Young Sleaze. He actually used to be a member of the Diplomats. I actually had an episode on my podcast before. Right now, shout out to you. I know he's doing like a couple movies right now.
Yeah.
Also some new music. So just want to give you a quick shout out because I see what you're doing. I see you. I know you see me seeing you. Positive vibes, my friend. Positive vibes. Right. And we got to get you as a guest. What's up? You got to come through the podcast. We got to come through when you're free because I feel like you be like everywhere. But anyways, all right. So we got the Diplomats. We got Joe and Marv producing it.
Yes.
We're in San Diego, California.
Yes.
It's going to be like sunset vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else that you would add special?
That's a good question. Probably also, I could think of two comedians, just to kind of set things off before the performance goes off.
Okay.
I want to shout out to Rick Wynn Herrera. I think he's a fantastic comedian. He actually was on my show with his wife, so shout out to both of y'all if you're watching especially. And shout out to Alana J, who I think is a star in the making. She's super hilarious, super talented, has a great stage presence. She's a friend of mine, but she's also a comedian.
Okay.
And she's actually done a couple of things with BET. She had her own BET web series at one point.
Nice.
So, she was doing big things. She's continued to doing big things. And I just think that she has that star quality, and the world needs to realize who she is.
Okay. Nice. I love that you're being very humble with this and taking that route. It's always good to help out your friends, always good to help people out. I love that you took that route.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people be like, listen, I'm bringing Michael Jackson for the dead. We're going to figure it out. We're just going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
I'm not dancing Thriller on the stage.
Can you do moonwalk?
No.
Oh, I thought it was serious.
I don't dance. I just pull up my pants.
Yo, I don't dance. I pull up my dance. What do you do in the club? You just hang out on the wall? Gangsters don't dance, they just lean. That's what you do?
I mean, no, ironically, even though I'm not a fan of the music, I could dance bachata.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about salsa? You Colombian?
I know, it's a shame. I mean, I'm a little rusty. I gotta work on it.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta work on that, and I gotta work on my Spanish because my Spanish is not 100%.
You definitely gotta work on the Spanish. I know.
Do you realize? This is funny. Do you realize how many times I would meet like a girl or something, and I tell her I'm Colombian, and be like, "Oh my God, I love how Colombians speak Spanish." I'm like, "Yeah, you're shit out of luck with me."
Damn, that sucks.
I know.
That sucks. You gotta do it. You gotta do
it for the culture. Yeah.
It's your roots.
And speaking of which, happy Independence Day to all my Colombians out there.
It's today?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Parceros, stand up.
Shout out to Colombians. Parcecitas, parceros. Get your buñuelos. Get your arepas. Get your sancocho. All of that. Get a bandeja paisa. Shout out to all my Colombians. I feel like Colombians are like so cool. At least like that's every type of Colombian like I've ever come across. I feel like Colombian like house culture is so like chill. One, you're always fed.
Facts.
Like fed. Like yo, one thing about my grandma and like anybody that I know that's coming from a Colombian culture, there's soup every day. Like every day. Like it don't even matter if it's 90 degrees. Like I've learned to drink soup with a napkin, just like mad lime juice and hot sauce. But soup every day. I feel like just in general, like the culture, like is about like being in the moment. Like I feel like when I went to Colombia, it was like people worked, but they knew to take a break.
Right.
You know, like my family out there, we're not like the richest, but the fact that they weren't and still found ways to have fun, going there definitely humbled me. Because I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to that. I'm telling you, like, I remember when I had the plane ticket to go to Colombia, I was there for like at least a couple months. And my dad tells me in the plane, Jason, he told me mad late. He was like, mija, te lo voy a decir ahora, and I'll translate for you. I'm going to tell you right now, my family is not rich. And I'm not even saying rich. Like, they're not even like medium. They're poor. And I'm like,
it was at this moment that he knew.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
I mean, I was in the plane like, well, I can't turn this shit around. Like, I was like, well, whatever. So I didn't know what to expect, Jason.
Right.
Yeah, I get to this house. Half the house didn't have a roof. Yo, we had no hot water. What else? It was just a lot of things. I was just like, oh, man. When I first got there, I was like, yo, can I do this? I remember the second day I was having a panic attack. I was like, yo, and I blamed my father. I was like, this is all your fault. This is supposed to be my summer vacation, and I'm here in hell. And like, it was just bad. And then like, I felt bad, and then we got drunk, and then it was cool again. And then I just started to embrace the simpleness of it.
And you know, I actually love that story because I have something similar to that as well.
Yeah.
And it was a real a game changer for me. Like it made me realize things in a whole different perspective. So when I was 16 years old, me and the family went to Dominican Republic, and you know, we stayed at a resort and everything. And I know that people don't really consider that the real DR or whatever, but we ended up taking this kind of field trip, for lack of a better term, where it was on quads, those four-wheel motorcycles. And we went actually into the real DR, like the places where people actually live and are trying to get by and live everyday life as they do down there. So one of the pit stops that we had was on this beach, and still to this day, the most gorgeous beach I've ever been to in my entire life. It was beautiful. The weather was perfect. The water was so clear that I could see my toes, and I wasn't freezing or it wasn't too hot. It was just perfect. And I thought that, wow, this is what paradise must feel like.
Yeah.
Then not long after that came a bunch of these little kids that were like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years old, and they were trying to sell us like bottles of water and Pepsis and potato chips and so on and so forth. You know, some of them bought them, and then there were people like me that wasn't hungry or thirsty right then, and I was like, no, it's okay, but thank you. But they still wanted $1, so I still had to give it to them.
I'm about to say, don't be cheap.
No. No.
Don't be Mr. Krabs.
But what I took away from that was Mr. Krabs. But what I took away from that was it basically took me being somewhere that's so beautiful to make me realize that
we ain't shit.
That you got to humble yourself. Like, you were distracted by this beautiful paradise that you're in, but these kids, I may complain about this, I may complain about that, first class people problems, whatever you want to call it, here in this country.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these kids, even though they live in such beautiful paradise, they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
Facts.
So it made me realize that, you know what, I should be really grateful and,
let me stop complaining.
Let me stop complaining. Let me stop bullshitting. Let me realize that, anytime I'm going through something, just think about those kids that don't even know when their next meal is coming from.
Yo, facts. It's nice that your experience was nice like that with kids.
Yeah.
I made the mistake in Colombia with my cousin Juan Camilo, and we were somewhere, we were hanging out, and it was the daytime, and these kids, I swear, they must have been like 10 years old, but there was like a posse of them.
Yeah.
They came up to us like, oh, I forgot what they said, but they said something in the sense of change. My dumbass replied, and my cousin grabbed me like this, and he was like, if I tell you to run, you run. And guess what happened? Yo, I kid you not, a group of like 15 kids came out of nowhere. I ran for my life. Yo, I swear to God, I'm forgiving change. Yo, my cousin, me and my cousin, it was some movie shit. Like there was a stadium that was playing Afro Latino music.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, and sorry, don't come for me. It was my first time experiencing it, but one thing I love about Colombia is that we have a beautiful Afro Latino community. It's like Personas de la Costa, all that. It was fucking dope. We ran into a stadium and we just lost them.
Wow.
Lost them. And then never again did I speak to a child. I was like, don't change. I was like, don't even look at me. Don't even look at me. I fucked up. I've never been scared of kids till that moment. I was like, yo, this kid probably fucked me up. But
you scared of your own kids?
Nah, hell no. He's scared of me. Like, nah, hell no. All right, so first cast up in place. So tell us what we have in store for the future, like what we got going on.
Well, when I first started, I really didn't know what I was doing. And I just felt like, long story short, I was like, you know what? I have to put it out whether it's not ready, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I feel like I need to have like this extravagant studio with the best quality sound system and the cameras and all that stuff. I don't have all that stuff yet. I will eventually, but I just have to. I had to realize that, you know what? It may not be set up the way that I want it, but if I don't get it started, if I don't get it off the ground, it's never going to happen. Okay. So to really answer your question, I just want to take it to a place where people are proud to be on it, people are proud to be a fan of it, people are proud to listen to it. I'm not trying to be like Joe Rogan or anything where I get like $100 million deal of it. Even though it'd be nice, but that's not really my goal. But I guess more so than anything, I just want it to be a good representation of me and everybody else that's being a part of it, and everybody else that's going to be a part of it, because to me, it's not really just a podcast. It's more about a movement. It's more about a journey, and everybody that's willing to come on beyond this journey, I hope that we could all grow together.
That part, let's go. So my next question is this. Are there any podcasts or influencers that you are currently listening to or watching?
Yeah. So obviously the one that I mentioned before with Joe Benengo, Oh the Pain, that's a sports related podcast. I definitely am a huge fan, and I've been lucky to be featured on Therapy Without a Degree with Joe Fiucarino and Zane. Shout out to you guys as well. Not only is it a great show and I enjoy being on it and being part of the process, but what I love about their show is that even though I like to be honest, I kind of hold back a little bit because I don't want to create like buzzwords or controversy or anything like that. Yeah. Those guys are balls to the wall. They don't give a fuck. They will say anything and everything that comes out of their mouth. And I kind of have that jealousy in a way. It's just this barrier that I want. Jelly? Yeah. I just can't allow myself to break those walls that they're able to. They have no walls, but you could tell that they're passionate about what they do, and they're absolutely fucking smart. They're really smart. I also enjoy Winning Cloud podcast. Like I said, they were on my show not too long ago. I love what they're doing as far as like a married couple, and to me they're the equivalent of what a married couple podcast should be, and how they want to bring forward to the community and all these other people that they want to bring on the show. I think it's very entertaining. They have great chemistry. And then as far as like any popular ones, I know that everybody's a big fan of the Joe Rogan Experience, but me personally, I'm more of a Mark Maron kind of guy. He's like if Joe Rogan is McDonald's, Mark Maron is Burger King or Wendy's. So I just think that I
Are you
just
saying McDonald's is trash?
no, it's
Oh, wait, what? Where is this going?
no. You know how McDonald's is like the most popular fast food of
Oh,
all?
yeah. Okay, I misunderstood that. Okay.
Yeah, or maybe even like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. You know, Coca-Cola is obviously bigger than Pepsi.
Facts.
Yeah, so if Joe Rogan is Coca-Cola, then Mark Maron is Pepsi. Nothing wrong with either one,
Okay.
but he's Mark Maron is just more of my taste because I just like how his show is formatted, and my show is actually a little bit inspired from him as well.
Okay. All right. And let me know. Are you in the TikTok world?
No, but
Why?
I honestly didn't get the only reason that I don't have a TikTok is because I felt like I already had too many social medias. Like I'm already huge on Instagram and Twitter. Those are the ones that I use the most. I'm not on Facebook as much, and I have a Snapchat, but I can't remember the last time I used it. So I was like, how many more social medias am I gonna have?
Yeah.
But I'm actually coming around to the idea that I probably need to do a TikTok and, you know, just not be that old man on, you know, get off my lawn kind of guy, and just go for it, you know. And like I said, I only use really Instagram and TikTok, Twitter right now. One more probably won't hurt, especially since I'm not using the other ones as much.
Exactly. I love TikTok. It's like I was on TikTok, Jesus, the stuff that, and we're gonna talk about that later and during the spicy hour. It's crazy.
I'm looking forward to that one.
It's crazy where TikTok is taking the game. It's crazy. I got some major statistics that we're gonna talk about, and all I can say is TikTok is fucking killing it. Killing it. That's all I'm gonna say. They're killing it. All right, so you talked about memorable ones. You talked about ones that it's just like, yo, just stop talking. So tell me the most cringiest moments you ever saw on a podcast before. Like, what was memorable for you where you were just like, yo, that really happened?
The one that, you know, and you know, shout out to my boy Hector. I love you, man, and you're a great guest. But honestly, the one that
He's using it for a show. He's
but I'm not.
shade.
But listen, no,
It's giving shade.
No, I'm giving shade to myself.
All right, let's
because
go. I'm curious.
Because we happen to like, all right, if everybody want to check it out and, you know, also laugh, you can. But me personally, I cringe because we recorded this episode on St. Patrick's Day. So not only were we having a conversation, but we were drinking Jameson. We were throwing back shots. So if anybody's out there who wants to know what, you know, sloppy drunk sounds like, me personally,
slop kebabs.
Listen to Blame St. Patrick. That is
St. Patrick.
That is Hector at his best and me at my worst.
So what happened? Like, were you guys taking shots?
Yes,
Or like that?
We were taking shots because I guess me trying to be creative or maybe working too hard was not only was it St. Patrick's Day, but it was also March Madness. So every 15 minutes, based on basketball rules, we took a shot.
Oh, no.
So
damn. So wait, hold on. Let's do the math here.
Yeah.
The show's an hour, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be an hour, but it ran to an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh God. All right, hold on. Time out. So every 15 minutes is
every
15 minutes and a half hours. So that means there's 4 shots.
Yeah. But we were also drinking while we were going as well.
Oh my God. Shit show USA. That's what I get. I'm like, that's
It was at this moment that he knew.
I fucked up.
Yeah. Like, oh man. I mean, I've drank at my show, but I could co-sign on that. There was one time I drank too much on my show.
And you know what it is also is that there was a time where I was a heavy drinker. I was a heavy beer drinker at one point. Like I used to go to craft beer places all the time every
That's what I was
weekend.
gonna ask you. What's your favorite beer?
I would have to say Modelo. Modelo is actually my favorite one. Even though
I like Modelos. Modelos are cool. They're better than Corona.
Yeah, even though I'm not much of a beer drinker anymore, but there was a time where I used to be a heavy drinker, especially beer. But I haven't been drinking as much. So now, when I do drink, and I drink a little bit more than I'm used to, like I can
Don't say Trulies.
No.
I'm like, don't say Trulies.
No. Those are way too.
They're weird.
To me, there's like alcoholic Kool-Aid. It's just way too sweet.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. They give me too much heartburn. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like,
no, I get what you're saying because I actually feel
like I'll burp too much.
I actually feel that with White Claw, but I would prefer White Claw over Truly because I just feel like Truly, you're just drinking sugar, like straight sugar.
Yeah. I mean, when it first came out, I was like, yo, this shit's crazy. But then after, like, I got drunk off of them, I was like, oh, nah.
And, you know, as you get older, your taste buds kind of change. So I never used to be a whiskey or a scotch guy, but now I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Before I was like strictly beer, strictly vodka, strictly tequila. But now, I like Jameson. I used to hate Jack Daniels, but now I like it a lot. I stay away from Cuervo like it is the plague because...
Yeah, Cuervo's gross.
No, not only is it gross, but even when I'm not drinking it, but it's in the vicinity, something bad always happens. It's so bad that I'm not even willing to share the stories here on the air.
What happened? You threw up on everybody?
That's one. Well,
Are you serious? Jason, you lying.
Can I tell the story, actually?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was actually the very first time...
You were drinking Jose Cuervo?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It was the very first time I not only drank Jose Cuervo, but the first time I ever drank tequila. It was my prom, my prom weekend. Prom had just finished, and then we go to... Because I went to high school down in Florida.
Yeah.
So after prom, we went to this hotel in Fort Lauderdale, and I get there. I'm the last person to arrive. Everybody's like chilling, drinking, ready to go out and stuff like that. I get there late. As soon as I walk in the door, somebody hands me a shot, and I don't even know what it is.
Oh no!
But I don't know what possessed me to do this.
Raped. Go. I'm sorry.
But I don't know what came over me. But I just took it and I just chugged it like it was nothing. Inside I was dying, but outside I had a cold exterior, and they were like, yo, this dude just took that like nothing, and so there was also these two girls there that were cute, and they were also drinking. So me being the shy kid that I am, I guess I wanted to make an impression, so I
made another one. Nah.
I made a bad judgment call. 12 shots later, on an empty stomach, mind you.
Oh no.
And then we go to Hooters because we're all hungry and it's just right around the corner. I'm feeling sick to my stomach, and I'm waiting until we get sat. We finally get sat. I can't hold it anymore. I go right to the bathroom. I don't even make it towards the toilet. I go all over the fucking place. I feel terrible for the man who had to clean up that mess.
Emotional damage. Oh my God, I love that sound.
And then I all I remember after that is...
Where were you aiming? Like,
I was stumbling all over the... I was...
like, what were you
I was stumbling all over the place. So then,
where's the toilet?
The only thing I remember after that was I went back to my seat, put some water on my face, wash my mouth out.
You just let you didn't say shit about the bathroom.
No, I wanted to pretend like I was in no shape to explain myself or anything anyway.
Yo.
So all I remember after that is I go back to the table. I have probably one of the best New England clam chowders of my life, and then I completely blacked out. I don't remember what happened the next day until I woke up the next day.
Wait, you ate clam chowder?
That's all I remember. I don't remember anything after that.
That's gross. Tequila, clam chowder, throw up. Oh,
I needed something in my stomach.
Okay, I understand that, but it's a very unique choice. Who made the clam chowder?
Who the fuck knows?
That's crazy though. Like, that is such an odd, just like very random thing to have at a high school party. First of all, there's never even food.
Well, no, this is at Hooters.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still at the... Wait, so you threw up at the Hooters bathroom?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's why I say...
They made a girl with small shorts clean that shit up. They're like, yo, Tiffany, you're new. Go in there. Like, yo.
Way out of pocket.
Yeah, and after that, I don't remember what happened. All I remember the next morning is when I woke up on the couch, passed out with the biggest hangover ever, and there was these two guys fighting. And I don't know what for. And I was like, what the hell happened last night? I felt like I woke up in the hangover. Thank God I didn't miss a tooth or anything. There was no fucking tiger in the bathroom.
That's crazy. The Hangover is definitely like a classic.
One of the best comedies ever made.
Classic.
Although I never want to be in that position.
Nah. So it's like, damn, I like completely brain farted to like, okay, so one thing, it's crazy because you mentioned about like liquor. I'm like the total opposite. I used to drink whiskey before. I was a whiskey girl. I used to drink Jameson, and then I don't know what happened. I just got over Jameson.
Yeah.
But one thing I was gonna say, have you ever had a pickleback shot?
Never even heard of it.
It's delicious. Take one.
What is it called?
It's pickleback. It's a
Has pickles in
Jameson. It's pickle juice. No, it's like, all right, you take first of all, before you
doubt
it.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Before you doubt it, you take a shot of Jameson. And then you take a shot of the pickle juice. And the pickle juice completely takes away the taste of the Jameson. And it actually is refreshing. Like, it tastes good.
Knowing me, I'll probably do the opposite way because I want to wash away that pickle juice taste. That's just me personally.
But that's why you got to have it the second time. This Jameson, and then the pickle juice. Oh, wait. I get what you're saying because you don't like the pickle juice.
Exactly.
Okay, I
don't like pickle juice. I don't like pickles.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Okay, it's all right. All right. Well, I would say just try it. I mean, if you're gonna drink clam chowder and vodka, like I think you could try
clam chowder and tequila.
Tequila. I think we could try, and Jose Cuervo at that, which is like basically lethal. Like if I choose tequila, it's definitely Casamigos Reposado.
Yeah, shout out
That's
to
my
Casamigos,
shit.
yeah.
Shout out to Don Julio Reposado. That's really the OG.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my favorite. Hands down, I don't know why. If I drink tequila, anybody who came out through karaoke night it's proof. I took shots with everybody. We went through, and shout out to Delightful Beauty Products. Also, shout out to Will White. It was his birthday yesterday.
Nice.
Amazing performance. I don't know if you ever seen Will White perform.
I actually follow him, and I would like to get him on my show eventually,
Yeah.
but he has no idea who I am, at least not yet.
I'm dead. Well, maybe we can meet him. Shout out to Will
Yeah,
White.
yeah.
He did amazing performances. It was his birthday yesterday. Everybody check him out. Shout out to you, my friend. Amazing vibes. But yeah, that day, Deliani's friend came with a bottle of Teremana, which is the rocks. Teremana,
Yes.
which is the rocks tequila. And then before that, I brought a little baby bottle of Casamigos. And we were just taking shots. We finished both bottles. Like, I was definitely tipsy, but I was okay.
Nice.
Shots the whole night.
Yeah, if you're a tequila girl, one tequila that I recommend, it's very, very underrated, and it's also very inexpensive, but not cheap at all.
What?
Milagros.
Yeah. Oh, that blue bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good. That was specifically remember that was the tequila that we were drinking on my sister's 21st birthday when she officially turned 21. We were at this Mexican restaurant. That was her first shot, and we all tried it. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty smooth. So shout out to Milagros as well.
Yeah, I got a funny story about
Oh,
Milagros.
yeah.
I gotta tell it. And
Okay.
shout out to Amanda. She's like, I kept the pickle juice from this weekend's vacation for home picklebacks. Call me when you do that because I'm there. I'm just saying. You gotta meet my friend Amanda. She's fucking dope.
I'm
as
down,
fuck.
yeah.
Fucking dope. All right, let me tell you the Milagros story. So the one and only time I've had Milagros, we went to a club, me and my friends, a long time ago. It was definitely when I first turned 21. So it was back in like 2013, 2012. And we went to Mr. East. Is that the one by Rochelle? Something like that. But it's
Yeah.
almost like down, it's down the Parkway. So I forgot why we went there because it was winter time, whatever. It was my other best friend's Vanessa's birthday, and her dad has a limousine service company.
Right.
Marv, Vanessa. Marv knows Vanessa. But this is a crazy ass story. So we got a party bus, right?
Okay.
We fill that whole shit with people, mad people. We were drunk. We get there, we have bottle service, and one thing about Mr. East is kind of awkward where they have the VIP because it's kind of like a small area on the wall, step, and then the dance floor, and that's it. So there's not really a separation that much. So I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna keep her anonymous because she is a nurse, and I don't think she wants the story to be out.
Right.
But one of my friends that was in that party bus, she awkward where they have. Oh. I was like, what is that?
Sorry.
She got so drunk that she fell from that. So this is the VIP section, right? And it's step, dance floor, right? I don't know what she was trying to do. I guess a great song came on. She fell, but when she fell, her whole dress came up.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing. You didn't even see her face. It was up. And the thing is that she didn't notice, so she just kept getting up. And the security guard was there. He was like, "Oh no, pull your dress." But he didn't want to touch her to pull her dress down. And I don't know why we didn't help her. We were just watching it happen. And she kept. We're gonna call her Stacy. So, because I don't want to say her name by accident.
Of course,
so Stacy, I feel like I have to reenact what she was doing. Stacy was like, "Mom, I'm fine." So she's the security guard's trying to calm her down. And mind this, the whole time she's like, "I'm fine." The dress is still up here. So she's showing her panty to the world, everybody.
Wow.
So of course, what do you think happens? We got kicked out.
You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yes, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. She got kicked out, and we're loyal. If you come in a group with us, this is crazy because I'm saying we're loyal. If you come out with a group of us and you get kicked out, we're gonna get kicked out with you. We're gonna leave. So
Yeah.
we all leave. We pack the party bus, right? we're halfway down the parkway. We're already like 25 minutes away from the place. I don't know who noticed it. Someone was like, yo, where's Stacy? Yo, we left Stacy in the club. We left Stacy in the club. The main reason we left the club is because of Stacy. Yo, we went back. We couldn't find her. Her phone was dead.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, crazy. Yo, at that point, it's like, yo, what do? We don't know We don't know. We don't know what to do.
Right.
So we left. Thank God, yo, Stacy calls us the next day. She's like, yo, where my shoes at? I woke up in my car without my shoes. I'm like, yo, first of all, I'm happy you're alive. Yo, that day was crazy. Like how we left the club because of Stacy, and then we leave Stacy in the club. And I swear to God, that part, how? I was just thinking in my head, like, how did we not? You know when you're like in a school bus and you want to count the children?
Yeah.
Why did we not do a head count? And why did we leave Stacy? First of all, I'm thinking like maybe she went to the bathroom and we just missed it. But yo, we left Stacy in the club, and that's what we were drinking. We were drinking Milagros. That's why that story to me, and that bottle. I'm like, all I think about is Stacy and her panties. That's the Milagros story. That's Milagros story.
That sounds like the slogan. Milagros, baja panty.
Baja panty. Milagros, baja panty. That's the other one. What's the other one I learned about Casamigos? Casamigos, to his casa I will go. Ooh. I learned that one. High five. Ew. All right. So let's go. So I want to keep asking you a question about, just your career and everything, love.
Of course, yeah.
So do you have like anything different that you want to do with your podcast that you have plans for in the future? Like anything different that we should be looking out for? Any episodes that are going to be coming out that you know?
Yeah, well, honestly, Marvin actually had a great idea one time. So my day job is I'm a truck driver, and I don't do any crossroad country trips or anything like that. Yeah. However, there was a thought that came into my mind when I was talking to Marvin one day where, like, let's say I took that trajectory where I was actually doing cross country. Then I would actually do a podcast on the road, and I would be having people that are fans of the show or, anybody that wants to come on and basically just talk to them while I'm just traveling all across America, going different places. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to do cross country or anything like that. At least if I do, I don't want to do the driving. If I do it, I don't want to do the driving. I'd rather hire a driver if I could. But I like the idea of actually going to different places instead of just, because one of the things is that I wish I had, like, at one point I wish I had my own studio where I could just do anything I want and I could just come and go whenever I please. Okay. When it's like my own shit. Maybe I'll still do that in the future, who knows. But I like the idea of, going all around and like just going to different places and meeting different people that want to come on my show. Like we plan it out and everything, but it's always like a different setting. Like maybe it could be like by the water view in Hoboken or, maybe all the way up Stairway to Heaven, all the way in that mountain that by Seven Lakes or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So you're talking about that hiking thing?
Right. So little things like that I would actually like to do, and it's I don't know if anybody else is doing that, and I don't know if I just gave anybody the idea of doing that right now, but fuck it. But that's something that I have in mind. I would actually like to see it happen.
Yes, okay. I don't know why when you said the word cross country, all I thought about was Forrest Gump. Like running and like his hair.
I'm kind of tired now.
Yo, facts.
I think I'll go home now.
Anybody who's seen Forrest Gump, that scene is like ridiculous. He just like this big freaking gang of people behind him. He's like, yo, I'm done. Like, I was just, Jenny bought me a pair of shoes. I wanted to use them.
I'm sorry I ruined your Black Panther party.
Yo, that's one thing I can say. Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies.
Matter of fact, that's another thing we talked about on my podcast. We were talking about how great Forrest Gump was.
He was great. Yeah. I mean, he went to Vietnam War. Mm-hmm. He had a black best friend. Let's talk about that. I love that his best friend was black. Facts. Bubba Gump Shrimp. He gave his family his share.
His fortune,
his share. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, like, he just helped, like, he hit so many historical moments in that movie. He got to see presidents. All that presidents, like when he drank all the Dr. Peppers and he met Kennedy, something like that. He's like, I drank 50 Dr. Peppers.
I gotta pay.
Yo, facts. Like, it's just like there's, like, I want to know, like, was this movie a book? was.
Yes, it was.
It was.
It was. It was
Okay.
based on a novel. Yes.
It wasn't a true story though, right? Nah, it can't be.
I don't think.
It
No,
can't be.
no, it can't
It
be.
can't be.
I know for a fact that it was based on a novel for sure.
That's a cool ass novel. Gotta say it.
Yeah.
All right, my love. So let's because I want to get into the spicy hour. So we're gonna transition into some music, but before we do that, I want you to give everybody your Instagram handle.
Yes.
Where they could find you, your Spotify channel, all of that.
Okay, so you could find me at Jason Enrique _ on Instagram and Twitter, and you could also follow First Class Second Place on Instagram as well. And you could also find my podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. Anywhere that streams a podcast, believe me, it's on there. I made sure of that, especially on Buzzsprout. That's the main link where you can find everything. And I also have episodes coming on YouTube pretty soon, so look out for that as well.
Let's go. Yes, everybody definitely follow him, support the podcast community. Also, everybody that's in the check-in, like, share, and subscribe to my channel too.
And all of my listeners out there watching this, please follow and subscribe her as well.
And that part. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to give our voices a little bit of a rest. We're going to transition to the spicy hour. We got some crazy ass topics for today, so definitely stay tuned. So just, we're going to take a little 2-minute break, but we're going to be right back. So don't go anywhere. yes. Ew, it's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. We have entered the spicy hour.
Yes, sir.
And we still got Jason Enrique rocking with us from First Class Second Place Podcast.
Thank you so much.
He is brave enough to enter the spicy hour, so let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Before we end up too spicy, we're gonna talk about actually something cool that's actually happening in New Jersey. Because we are a New Jersey-based podcast, I always like to talk about New Jersey, also
Absolutely.
New York too, because I feel like at least northern New Jersey is definitely New York. Okay, let me take that back, because I feel like New York people will come for me. It's a part of New York, because I look at it like this.
I call it an extension.
Yeah, because everybody from New York is moving this way anyway, because it's cheaper. So it's like we're blended. We are blended. We're blended. So what I want to talk about is that they're building a new train tunnel, and it's actually under the Hudson River. And what's going to happen, guys, is that you are going to be able to take a train underwater from Jersey, right there by the Hudson River, to New York. It takes the budget for this project is $14.2 billion, and New Jersey and New York agreed to split it.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yo, how much you think the ticket's going to be?
Well, besides the tickets, I'm wondering how much taxpayer money are we going to pay for that shit?
I don't know.
I'm more worried about that than tickets, you know?
That shit gonna be wild. But that's gonna be really amazing for anyone that commutes, because I've taken that commute too. If I want to go to New York and I'm taking the trains, I have to take the train to Secaucus, and then from Secaucus to it'll be a train to Hoboken, and then from Hoboken I could take the PATH train into the city. Or what you can do, and that's if I want to go downtown, because I know the PATH train is going to leave me on 14th Street. Now, if I want to take the other route, I have to take a train to Secaucus and then transfer. I forgot where I transferred to, but I transferred somewhere. I always this is the way I've been taking the trains.
Okay.
I swear, and it's pretty wild. I take the train to Secaucus, and this is the train that leaves me in Port Authority. Or Penn Station. I think it's Penn Station. I literally just follow the big crowd of people. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, Jason. I'm like, yo, these people look important. I know they're going to New York. Yo, because and anybody who knows that commute, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's just because people are rushing because they're doing that that split off.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, just follow the people, Jazz. Follow the people, Mina. Who's Jazz? I don't know.
Yes.
Yo, just follow the people, Mina.
Jazz from Fresh Prince?
Yo, I love Fresh Prince. Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Hey. So, yeah, a new train tunnel under the Hudson River. I think this project is going to take over 15 years.
Yeah, I would have to say that.
I would
agree.
hope to write it one day. Yeah, I'm gonna write it. But that's I do think that it's gonna take up to like 15, 20 years to even finish this project. If that mall took over 30 years to build, was it called the American Dream? Yo.
Did you ever see that meme where when the pandemic happened and everybody was sharing that meme where it was like everything was just fine until they built this motherfucker?
Yo. And all you see is that fucking kaleidoscope slope. That is supposed to be like the what is it, like a snow thing? It's like you go skiing or snowboarding.
Snowboarding and
yeah, it's crazy. Yo, Kim Kardashian was at American Dream not so long ago. She went to a Lush. She went to a Lush with her kids and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. American Dream Mall is definitely a tourist type of mall. They have you been to the American Dream Mall?
I've only been there a handful of times. Actually, I want to shout out my friend Natalie, who works at American Dream Mall at Legoland. So shout out to you, girl.
Hey.
But yeah, no, I've been there.
See, like that, they have a Legoland in there. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I've only been to American Dream Mall just for like shopping purposes. I haven't tried any of the main attractions that they have. Yeah, I haven't really done anything like that yet.
They have a lot. They have a place where you can ski and snowboard. They have a ice skating rink. They have a wave pool. They have the Nickelodeon.
They have concerts.
They have Nickelodeon, like the amusement park, the water park.
Yeah.
They have the giant Ferris wheel that's been there forever. I know you see it.
You can't miss it.
No. It's just like so many activities. Like you could spend a day there.
Yeah.
I just find it like a tourist attraction mall. Like that mall is like a playground for like families, which is great, you know. That's why it surprised me that you said you went shopping there. 'Cause I'm like, I normally see people that like do more of the attractions there.
Well, I mean, if anything, I went there with people that were shopping. I didn't really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I don't know if I went there to actually buy things myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got to go to the mall. Let me go to American Dream Mall and get this and that.
Let me go to American Dream Mall. All right, so let's go. So we were talking about it earlier. We're going to talk about what today is. Today is National Hot Dog Day, or National AKA Glizzy Day. Yo, I like saying the word glizzy. I actually am a big fan of hot dogs. I like hot dogs and mustard and a little bit of ketchup, sauerkraut, some pickle stuff, or like relish. And yeah, you gotta put all of it. Yo, shout out to Hot Grill. That's my favorite hot dog spot.
You also got to try Rutt's Hut in Clifton.
I tried Rutt's Hut.
Okay.
It's cool.
I also, where I live in Hackensack, I'm not too far from Cubby's. I don't know if you've ever been there, that barbecue spot.
I have. I'm gonna be real with you. My experience was not great there.
That's fine. And listen, I know everything is not for everybody. I just
my
know
food was burnt. Yo, it was some burnt ass ribs. I was excited too because I remember the commercial.
Right. Well, I don't go there often, but when I do, it's just
still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh shit.
I don't go there very often, but when I do, I think it's more sentimental value more than anything. Because I remember my father used to take me, my brother, my sister there, and that was actually my very first experience of chili dogs.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first experience there. But yeah, no, I still go there every now and then. Not very often because I try to watch what I eat now. But
same.
But sometimes if I have the temptation, I'll go there. And like I said, I don't live too far from there, so it's an easy drive for me.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll give them a try again.
But I do agree with you on Hot Grill. And also, I grew up around the area of Hawthorne for a while, and I love Johnny and Hedges as well.
Okay.
It's not you know where it is? It's across the street from the Nabisco, where Nabisco used to be.
Oh yeah,
you ride off the highway, just smell the cookies.
No more though.
No more.
Rest in peace. But why though? Oreos is still around.
I think they just, from what I heard, I don't know 100% sure, but what I heard is that they're just basically moving all those companies down south because of cheap labor costs.
Wow.
So
bastards.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, Amanda says Hank Frank's in Lodi on 46 East. I never tried Hank's Frank's, but I always wanted to stop in there. Have you ever tried Hank's Frank's?
No, I haven't, but I'm
you know
willing to
what
try
it is,
yes.
right?
Oh yeah.
I pass it. Yo, 46 is such a historic highway.
Yeah.
Like the car sales stuff. Like that. I love it. The cheap motels by the Teterboro Airport where questionable stuff is happening.
Oh, all the time.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like the Concord at Congressman. Like, I'm like, get the hell out of here.
I'm a truck driver, like I said, so I know. I know dudes be out there.
That's crazy. Strap up. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so let's transition.
Yeah.
Talking about traveling and all that type of stuff. You said like with trucking and stuff like that. Have you seen what's going on in airports recently?
Unfortunately, yeah, because with my job specifically, we go to the airports all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's making me okay. So I wanted to book a trip, because like I mentioned before, I'm taking a monthly break in August.
Where you going?
I don't know where yet because I'm scared because of this. So the thing is that.
Well, where did you want to go?
Well, I was thinking like Mexico, really like out the country with my son. So what happened is that like I'm seeing all this stuff with the airports. I'm like, I'm not trying to be delayed somewhere, and some of these airline stories that I'm hearing, it's like insane. Like people are like, I've been here for 2 days, like like on the floor, or like they're in the airport and then they're getting kicked out, but they don't have nowhere to go because their plane is delayed.
Right.
And then also baggages just being left out, like free for all type shit.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, Jason, it's making me kind of like weary of booking a trip because it's like, I'm guessing this is happening because of all the short staff situations that it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it's not just here.
Everywhere is short-staffed. Everywhere. So that's the only thing that I can think of. I'm like, if we're feeling the short-staffedness, and when you walk into a Walmart or when you go into a movie theater, because it's really everywhere.
Yes.
It has to be going up with that too. Everywhere.
I agree. Absolutely.
So,
unfortunately.
I get it. That makes sense. It does. It definitely does make sense because I'm just like, okay, like I know they're suffering too, so I'm just like, damn, like I just really hope that we could find a neutral place again where things were actually like, because I feel like we want them to be normal, but it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's intense.
I honestly don't know what the hell's going on with people these days.
Would you book a trip right now?
Probably not, because listen, the way that I look at it is that if I'm looking forward to taking a trip and, you know, God forbid 2 days out of my trip gets taken out, you know, out of my vacation and I don't do anything, I'm not gonna be happy about that, you know?
Damn, word.
Like what if I plan to go on a trip, you know, to, I don't know, Cancun or something, whatever, just whatever, and I take a week off from work, and already 2 days have been taken off because I didn't even get to because of, you know, airport travel.
Facts.
I'm not going to be a happy camper.
Facts. I wouldn't be either.
And especially with those airports,
it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. So all I can say is anyone that is booking a trip right now, please be careful. Like, do your homework. See if maybe there's an alternative route to this. Like
take
maybe
a cruise. Take a cruise.
I thought about cruises too, Jason.
Do you get seasick?
No, I don't get seasick, but I saw some videos on YouTube of like cruise ships of like what, because remember, you're in water. You can't control air either, but like water is like a very crazy territory.
I get it. I've never been on a cruise personally, so maybe I'm just speaking from a place of naivete.
This video was wild, Jason. This shit was just like, yo, they were on a boat, right? And this is like a luxury cruise ship and shit. And all I know is that they were chilling and this water just splashed them. It was like splish splash outside, but like crazy. It was just too crazy. And it's like, where you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? You're in the ocean.
I hear you.
I'm good on that.
I don't know. I guess the type of person I am is I try not to think of like, you know, those kind of incidents possibly happen.
Yeah.
That's just me. Maybe I'm just oblivious to it. But like I said, I've never been on a cruise before. I want to.
Me neither.
So I definitely want to go. I definitely want to try it one time, and I don't want to have those kind of thoughts.
You know what's crazy? Yo, Marv, we got the CSI ding, 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 that sound. Can we play that sound? About to say something crazy.
Okay.
It's the FBI sound, or that sound like the what was it? Law and Order sound.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Law and Order.
Yeah.
There
yes.
you go.
Okay. Fact. People go missing on these cruise ships every single time.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Like, where you go? Where'd you go? Yo, it's crazy. You have to, and anybody that's watching this, look at those statistics of like people that go missing off of cruise ships. It happens every time.
Well, if it happens all the time, why isn't anybody doing anything about it?
I don't know.
I mean, at one point, like, if airlines are able to have, those air marshals or whatever, why can't the cruises have like a cruise marshal or a detective or something like that?
Listen, I am not against it. I just don't know how these people are getting missing. I don't know. I don't know if
don't tell me they're ghost ships either.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But
I don't know if you believe in that paranormal shit.
No, but it's like crazy though. Like they really. Every time there's like a cruise ship, like voyage or whatever, somebody goes missing. I'm like, how you go missing on this boat? Where you gonna go?
Where do you find out these statistics?
Oh, I can't tell you my secrets.
Oh, you inside sources? Tell you that.
Yeah,
or can you tell me off the air?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
right, fair enough.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're gonna talk about gas though.
Oh no.
Yo, what's the most you pay for gas?
It's funny. I have two answers for that. For my own personal car, the most I've ever paid is like $5.15.
$5.15
gallon, and like I said, I'm a truck driver.
You're a truck driver.
Yeah, so it's not my money, thank God. But you know, sometimes I go to these gas stations where I'm using the company's card, and they're like up to like $6.75 a gallon.
So how much
diesel,
you pay to fill the gas tank?
Well, what's funny is that before the gas prices went up, it took about $300 to fill up the truck tank.
Holy shit.
Now you could only imagine how much it is now.
It's probably like 600, maybe 4.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not my money, so I don't give a shit.
Crazy. All right, well, the point to this is there's a gas station by the Holland Tunnel. So it's in Jersey. So everybody that wants to get some cheap gas is still there right now. There's a gas station by the Holland Tunnel. I don't know what the name is, but it's like one of those off-brand type of gas stations. Like instead of Delta, it's Delta. Like it's
just like a red and yellow sign that says gas.
Like #1 gas. Like it'd be like that. Yo, what is the most cheesiest gas station name?
Gas number 4 or some shit like that.
Yo, fast, I know when it's green. Like, are you talking about the 4?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Yo. Yo, Marv, what's the funniest gas station you ever encountered?
I don't know. The ones that don't have a name at all.
Yo, those
The
are
shady
crazy.
ones.
Yo, those off-brand
Some guy's always
ones.
in the back.
Yo, for real. For real.
Bro, I remember there was a gas station in Patterson where...
Just like
Oh, the BP on Broadway. That place is crazy.
Well, there's a
Wait, by all the liquor stores?
Yeah.
There's-
wait.
Yeah, on
There's-
Broadway.
there's a
By the
BP
chicken store.
There's a BP by the McDonald's, like when you get off a Market.
I know that one too.
Yeah, I remember when I was filling up the truck, it was like
That gas station is big.
when it was like 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm pumping my own gas, even though I'm not supposed to, but I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that little gas attendant station, where it's abandoned and everything, there was a guy. I think he's still sleeping there to this day.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, but yeah, go there. Yo, the gas is $4.10.
Ooh.
$4.10, and it's definitely off-brand. So it's like don't come for me if it's not 100% gas. But it is $4.10. So if you want to, and it's still like that right now. I have a picture, but I'll definitely got to post this picture afterwards for bloopers for proof. But
Can we play conspiracy theorist a little bit or devil's advocate?
as long as it's not too crazy.
I was just gonna say, what if this is like if you want to be in the conspiracy theorist's mind, what if this is all just a ploy for people to actually go buy Teslas and electric cars?
Oh yeah, that's definitely happening.
Yeah.
That's definitely happening. I mean, you could tell that this is definitely the route that's gonna happen because it's not even so much conspiracies, it's just scientific fact. It's gas is a natural resource that is
Fossil fuels.
it's going away because
Yeah.
we keep using it.
Right.
So that's just facts. It's like that's what has to happen. That's what's happening to the earth right now. We're just like we're sucking it dry. You ever saw the movie WALL-E?
Of course.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you know what?
It's not that far.
It's just a question of when it's gonna happen.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you want to talk about conspiracies, I always said to Marv, like, I would love to do a conspiracy podcast, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep it to myself because
You don't want the feds coming after
yeah,
you,
just an idea. But what's crazy is like I said it before, like those off-brand gas stations are the best. Like I remember I passed a gas station, and it's in Jersey, where I think it was a Delta gas station, and everybody knows that Delta is like an actual brand.
It is, yeah.
So I think they went out of business, and then these people bought them, and they were so cheap that they kept the Delta side, but instead of like changing the name, they just took out the E and put an A. And kept all that. So it says Delta. Yo, it's still there to this day. I gotta figure out the town where this is. But yo, Delta, I'm not mad at them. They're like, yo, what new sign? Just change the letter.
That reminds me of like Coming to America, where it's not McDonald's, it's McDowell's.
McDowell's, yeah, I'm dead. And then, so if you want some cheap ass gas, check out. There's a gas station right by the Holland Tunnel. I mean, it's gonna be a little chaotic because everybody knows if you get on the Holland Tunnel, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
It's traffic, 24/7.
Imagine trying going that street with a truck.
Out of control.
That-
Oh my
yeah,
God, out of
yeah.
control.
Like every time,
That's a person looking at your truck right now, like saying that.
every time I go down there, I'm like, is this the day I'm gonna lose my license?
Yo, I'm dead. All right, so one thing that I do want to talk about though is we're gonna transition real quick.
Yes.
Let's talk about Chris Brown. I know he
Okay.
didn't slap somebody. He actually is being sued. He is being sued for taking $1.1 million from a benefit concert that he skipped. Oh, wow. So he didn't even do the concert, but he still took $1.1 million. So a Houston businesswoman is suing Chris Brown over claims that he stole $1.1 million in concert fees despite canceling right before the show.
What do they call that? Embezzlement?
I don't even know. Laquan Bailey alleged that Brown backed out of the March concert and was meant to raise money for those impacted by the 2021 hurricanes. Why you do that?
You
Why
play
do that?
stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Why you do that?
You got a lot of stupid motherfuckers out there.
Facts. And it's like, we will not, and this is what they said, like, we will not sit back and allow you to disrespect the victims of Hurricane Ida and Nicholas. And this is the bullshit about it. It's like, yo, you got money, dog. Like, you couldn't just take like 25,000 and just let us keep the rest? Like, why you did that? And you didn't even come and perform. Like, yo, that's wild. You just took money that wasn't even yours. I'm kind of mad at that.
That's I mean,
use your common sense.
Dummy.
And,
Yo.
and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the ones that are even bigger dummies are the ones that continue to pay him to pay to see him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yo, everybody. I mean, Amanda went to a Chris Brown concert. Amanda
Did
just
she go on Sunday?
No, Sunday's Elton John.
No, this past Sunday.
Oh, his other no, this was in the past.
I know some people that went to. I think it was down in like South Jersey, Philly area where
he performed.
Yeah, he performed and they had a good time. It was him and Lil Baby.
I mean, I don't think it wouldn't be a bad time, but like doing some shit like that's bad karma. You're gonna get bad karma coming your way. Like bad karma. You can't just do that.
Karma's still coming for his way after, the whole Rihanna situation.
Yo, facts. That shit was wild. But it's like, what's wild? I feel like they legit have a toxic love for each other. Like, I feel like after that shit happened, they were still fucking around. It stopped after a while.
Well,
I don't know. I just feel Rihanna looks crazy to me. Not a bad crazy, but she looks toxic crazy. Like, she likes that shit. I don't agree with abuse though. Hold on, because I am a feminist. I love women, and you should never put your hands on a woman. But besides that moment, before that moment came out, I know they used to argue. If you date Chris Brown, you gotta be strong. Chris Brown just looks like he has 30 different personalities.
Do you think that's like this era's Ike and Tina type of situation?
Maybe, but I think that I don't even know. I can't even see that movie. That movie wild. I remember I saw that movie one time. I saw it definitely 3 times. Yo, Ike and Tina is not for the weak. Anybody who's ever seen Ike and Tina, yo, that shit is crazy.
What's love got to do with it? The movie?
Yo, that shit was wild. And like, what's crazy is like he gave her career, But what I love about it, and this is what I love about Tina Turner so much, is that Tina Turner's not even her name. He gave her that stage name. Right. But like, if you do know about her history, is that she gave Ike all her royalties. So all that music that he built with her, that's all his. All his. Yeah. And she went to court and she was like, listen, I will give you everything, but I am keeping this last name and I'm keeping this stage name. And the judge was like, you're gonna give up your millions of dollars and all this shit? She's like, yup, but I'm keeping the name. She won the case and then came up with that song. What's love got to do? And then she blew up. Good for fucking her.
Shout out to Tina.
Shout out to Tina. Shout out to women in general. So I always love that story. I remember when I saw that scene, I was like, yo, for real? But you know what? Sometimes you got to believe in yourself and know and understand that, yeah, okay, he helped built me, but I don't need you. I'm going to do good without you. But you could keep all that. Go ahead. You want it so bad? Keep it.
God bless her.
Yo, facts. Shout out to Tina Turner.
Yes.
All right. Another thing that happened today, besides it being National Glizzy Day, is we went to the moon today. We went to the moon. On this day, in 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon. Armstrong and his crew traveled 240,000 miles in 76 hours. Y'all, shit's wild.
That's crazy.
Would you go to the moon?
Absolutely.
All right, I have a question.
Yes.
When did we realize that we needed a spacesuit? Think about it.
That's one of the simplest yet hardest questions ever.
Yo, like you know what I mean? It's like, like what happened
It's
first?
such an easy question,
I
but
didn't come back. Like,
I never thought of that.
You know what I mean? What came first?
That's almost like who invented the word the?
The. Listen, all I want to know, like, was this an accident that happened? Did someone open a window in the spacecraft and then somebody just flew out the window? Y'all close that shit, or like, I don't know, like, you get what I'm saying?
And how did they figure out which material that is actually going to work in space?
Listen,
that kind of shit.
I feel like we lost a lot of people before we figured out that we needed
we just kind of swept it under the rug.
Think about it. How did we realize we needed this thing?
I mean, guinea pigs specifically,
all those monkeys, because they were sending them out there.
Oh, without
sad. I hate that. Not cool. But yeah, we went to the moon today. It's funny because we talk about Houston. You made that comment before, which I love. Like, Houston, we have a problem. Yo, that shit was crazy. Yo, they went to the moon. Like, yo, that's wild.
It's wild in Houston right now. First Chris Brown, now NASA.
I know, right? Right? Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so we went to the moon today. So one thing that I do want to transition to is some crazy shit happen. So I remember, like, I saw a movie of what it could feel like to, like, be in a coma. But, like, yo, imagine being in a coma for 2 years. Like, you're just sleeping.
What
like,
movie is this?
Well, no. I was just saying, like, a movie in general. Like,
okay,
that
okay.
they kind of showed us what a coma could be. But I'm saying in general, like, put yourselves into somebody who's in a coma.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that, just being asleep for 2 years. That's just wild. Like, they tell you, like, they train the nurses to not ignore those people because they say that those people don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So they say they talk to them, still make them feel that they're there. Like, those little things actually really do help them out.
Yeah, it's like inner ear function. I think I think it may be called that. Where, like, you know, even when you're not in a coma, when you're asleep, you know, your inner ear function senses, like, you know, it could actually gain information from the outside world.
So check this out. A woman in West Virginia who was in a coma for 2 years woke up and identified her brother as her attacker. Wanda Palmer, 51, was attacked by what appeared to be an axe or a hatchet in 2020. Police say she was barely alive. She woke up and answered yes or no questions, leading to her brother's arrest. He was charged with malicious wounding and attempted murder. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you know how good she must feel when she woke up? He did it! Like, yo, I mean, like, he did it. Him. Yo.
I'm snitching right now. That's it.
I'm snitching. I'm like, yo, but imagine how long she held that information in.
That's crazy to think
That's
about. Yeah.
crazy. It just makes you see, like, nah, I've been waiting for this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's, like, insane. Like, I love when I hear shit like that because it's like, fuck you. You thought you were, okay. I gotta stop cursing so much, but F you. You thought you were gonna get away with it. Got you. You thought I was gonna be asleep forever, didn't you? Nah. Listen.
Oh, that was different.
That part. But that's crazy. Did her
By the
brother...
way, shout out Marv. I love all the
sound effects?
Not only that, but the movie quotes. Because every movie quote that you say, I know exactly where it's from, you know?
I forgot, you're a movie guy.
Yes, yeah.
So we got Amanda. Did her brother visit her while she was in the coma? That I don't know, but that's some real, like, evil shit. Like, if he was doing that. Like, that's some real, like, narcissistic evilness, like, type of, I don't know. So that I don't know, but what I do know is that he was still alive, living his life until now. Like, so that's just crazy. That's just crazy. I mean, like, well, like, what comes to your mind about this?
That's just like it's just a constant reminder of how sick people are. You know, I mean,
that part.
I know that. Listen, we know that I'm a mental health advocate and so on and so forth. But every so often, you have to just realize that they're just bad seeds out there. Yeah. Point blank. Period.
It's like you're just rotten.
Yeah, you're just a bad person. There's no explanation for it.
Yo, speaking about bad persons, we're gonna take it to Sesame Place.
Oh,
Sesame Place is in trouble. Anybody that's watching,
racist.
Anybody that's watching social media right now, this story is everywhere. So Sesame Place accused of racism after Rosita, out of all people, Rosita. Anybody, you know the Rosita from the Sesame Place?
Yeah.
She was the Spanish freaking whatever thing that is. Like, yo,
but
like,
was it really a Spanish person behind the mask?
Rosita's a Spanish name, and I'm just mad.
No, but the person that was in the costume.
Know.
That's the thing.
We don't know. But Rosita from the Sesame Place during their parade ignores black girls, little black girls. So you could catch the video. I mean, you guys judge it for yourselves. It did seem off because it looked like the little girls are so happy, and then it's just like Rosita did one of these. Now what's crazy, Sesame Street has been branded as racist after a mom posted a clip of a actor in costume ignoring two black girls wanting to say hello. The woman said her daughters were blatantly told no. Like, you see Rosita, like she didn't even go like this. She was just like, nah. She was just like, nah. And when they tried to confront the Muppet character Rosita at the Sesame Place, which is in Philly, they tried to, like, kind of walk around it. They said that she was pointing at someone else.
Oh, yeah.
But
I saw the video, yeah.
So what doesn't help the situation is that right after she denied the two black girls, she went and hugged the white girl after.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make it... Rosita, yo, who trained you? Yo, because you just got terminated.
But
let's get the papers right.
But I need to know who is actually in that costume, because that's just like dragging Hispanics to the mud for no reason.
They ain't gonna let them know that. But yo, what's crazy is that I have Sesame Place apology. And something that like irks me the wrong way is, again,
let me hear this.
So the performer portraying the Rosita character has confirmed that the no hand gesture seen several times in the video was not directed to any specific person. Rather, it was a response to multiple requests from someone in the crowd who asked Rosita to hold their child for a photo, which was not permitted. That is a lie. I feel like Maury.
Like a bullshit.
That part. Yo, Marv, we should get the Maury voice. That is a lie. Yo, that's what I thought. Because if you see the video, like, no, you directly.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That was a lie.
You can just record that, Martin.
Yo, facts. The Rosita performer did not intentionally ignore the girls and is devastated about the misunderstanding. So why'd you hug the white girl after? Like, yo, I'm sorry, but no.
Did you need comfort?
So we spoke to the family and extended our apologies and invited them back. Why would I go back? And me agree with Rosita? Like, nah, man. Like, I'm about to sue the shit out of y'all. So that's the thing. Like, I just felt like...
You also have to keep in mind...
My thing is just, like, take accountability.
Yeah, and you also have to keep in mind, this probably wouldn't be a story if it wasn't recorded and posted on social media.
Facts. And then what's crazy is that this is the other thing. Everyone definitely get on this. This is not the first time those Sesame Street characters ignored, kids that were of color. Mm-hmm. There's actually more videos that are surfacing up in the area that shows different Muppets actually, not the same thing that Rosita did, but it's definitely like gestures that are not welcoming. So I'm just like, I think someone needs to go into their training a little bit.
Maybe
and
they need to
change.
hire more diverse, people.
Yeah. So Amanda goes like, Sesame Place needs to hire a more diverse staff.
There you go.
That's not in the first video. That's not the first video. Yo, you right, Amanda, 100%. 100%. So I really do hope that, these girls, because I feel like in the end of the day, the people that are most hurt in this situation is those little girls.
Oh, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this is something that's going to traumatize them for a long time, because not only are they at a young age, but, no one
wants to feel secluded. That's some bully shit right there.
But also, unfortunately, because they are Black girls, this is like, they already have enough things to be, to deal with.
Yo, Disney World is like, yo, we don't do that over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come see Mickey Mouse. Carry you.
Where's the Princess Frog or whatever it's called?
Fast. They're like, yo, I know they looking at that shit like, yo, family, here's 4 tickets. Come to Disney World. That's what I would do. Like, yo, come over here. Come over here.
Well, Disney knows what they're doing.
Hey, so all right, let's transition. So you talked about not being part of the TikTok community yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I may have to give in.
I think you do, because it's actually beating Google.
Okay.
So you know how, and this is the thing for me. I'm a Googler. I Google everything. I 100%. I love Google.
Marvin, can we get that drop? I'm a Googler.
I'm a Googler.
Can we get that drop?
If you look at my search engine, it is ridiculous. What is da-da-da-da? What is da-da-da-da? Da-da-da-da? Yo, all day. I think I must use it like 17 million times. But I must say, since TikTok, a lot of my search engine type of behavior has reverted to that app. The reason why is because the videos. It's real people showing you the videos. There's text. It's kind of like entertainment right away.
You know what it is also? I think a big reason why I didn't get into TikTok initially is because, I don't do any of the stuff that people do on TikTok initially that what I use Instagram for, like now I've actually learned through certain people that, you could use it for other purposes. At first I was under the impression that, does that mean I got to do like these crazy TikTok dances?
No.
And like, that's what I really thought what it was about.
That's
like,
a community there. But
that is a community, but
so
that's
much
not
more.
Yeah, but that I didn't know that. I figure like, it's just an excuse for people to just act stupid and get famous off of it.
Jason, it's the wave. So check this out. Per a senior Google official, the tech giant's internal data reveals that nearly 40% of Gen Z prefers TikTok and Instagram over Google for searching. TikTok is also gaining on YouTube, which YouTube don't come for me. on YouTube with projections suggesting that the app will surpass it in ad revenue by 2024. So I think you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
I mean,
It's gonna have to happen.
I mean, listen, I already said that I'm not opposed to it as I was before, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I've been in TikTok, like, you could be like, how do you make garlic bread, it's crazy because also a lot of those videos, like, do you remember that the internet? I feel like the internet got censored like 6 years ago. Like it's when Quora started showing up on my phone when I was searching for
Joseph
things.
Quora?
Like, you know, Quora, it pops up when you're searching for something.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it, but I believe it's called Quora. It's like a database, a search database.
I vaguely remember it, but continue, yeah.
So when a lot of that censorship that happened with YouTube, it definitely happened because a lot of those YouTube videos that were super controversial that were there are now gone. There's a lot of videos that I know they took from YouTube completely. And a lot of those videos that were eliminated on YouTube, you could actually find it on TikTok. Yo, man, I just got an idea. What if we find Aunt Sparkles and Aunt Grace on TikTok? I think that's where we could find it. You can't find that anywhere, but it's a skit that happened on YouTube, but they took it out. I'm wondering if you can find it there. But a lot of the stuff that they took off on YouTube is now on TikTok. You could just find it.
Wow.
You could literally just find it, but you have to be careful with your wording. One thing I do know about the TikTok community is that they're very strict. So, for example, like, hey, what's that?
Yeah. Flipper? What the
Flipper.
fuck?
I thought it was SpongeBob. Like, yeah. I love that.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, shit. So, you can't really curse. You can't talk about sex like that unless it's like educational. Or like you can't be like completely naked on TikTok. Like if you even show
believe
too
me, the world
much
does not want to see me
cleavage-
naked anyway, so I'm good.
No, it's crazy. Like if you even show cleavage, even now weed being legal. Like I remember I tried to post a video of me cleaning my bong, and anybody that checks out my Instagram video, I have a step by step took out right away. But Instagram had it, so I know they have different guidelines. But it's about to be the biggest thing ever. TikTok for sure.
Yeah. You know, and I also to add to that, like, do you remember that social media thing Vine, which didn't last very long, but
It's
it was
like
big?
Vine.
Yeah. So basically, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like another Vine? I mean, I already have Instagram for that shit.
I didn't have Vine.
I had it. I joined the wave at the time, and then afterwards, I didn't anymore.
Amanda has a cat TikTok. But that's what I'm saying. Yo, Amanda has a cat TikTok. Her cat got like almost 2,000 views. I'm like,
Wow.
that's fucking cool. You know? That's
Yeah, well,
cool.
you know, you and, you know, a good friend of mine, you know, Mind Mix, shout out to Mind Mix from the Mind Mix show. She's basically told me how beneficial it could be for the podcast as well. So that's something to consider.
For sure. And like anybody that's doing a podcast right now, just like me and Jason, like follow your dreams, do it.
Yeah.
If you have an idea, go for it. Come to Bravery Studios.
Yes.
So make that podcast happen. Tell your dream to Marv.
Trust me, people, if I can do it,
He'll
so
make it
can y'all.
happen. He can make it happen. He can make it happen. All right. Before we actually end this show, we're gonna get into one last topic. Did you guys know that the UK creates squirrel birth control for males and females? Yo, isn't this crazy? There's more squirrels than people in the UK. And the UK is an island. It's an island, right?
Yeah.
England, like it's like like Wales, like it's like a thing like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's an island.
It's an island.
Yeah.
So, yeah, UK government scientists have developed oral contraceptives to control the gray squirrel population. It will help get rid of the species in the UK without killing them and will soon be tested in field trials. Yo, some disease is going to break out. Yo, like something is going to happen. But the birth control works for male and female squirrels. Like, this is wild. Because
Damn,
like
they're taking away squirrels' rights as well.
but my
Shit.
thing is like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are they doing? Are they doing something bad?
I don't
You know?
like. Why is what's the point of it? You know, I mean, it's.
Who funded this?
Yeah,
Who
like-
gave the
like,
money
what-
for this? That's what I want to know.
I'll tell you who is giving the money. Us, the people, the taxpayers.
that part. Yo, that's crazy though. Like, I'm not a fan of squirrels. I'll say it over and over again. Shout out to Sex and the City for me and Carrie Bradshaw. We just have the same way of thinking. That's where I always get it. Ew, a squirrel? Squirrel's just a rat with a fur coat on. Don't get it twisted. If you fucking take that fucking tail off, make it skinny, it's It's a rat.
Oh, wow.
It's a rat. Think about it, yo.
No,
Take that tail off.
Well, I said earlier that they're both rodents.
But can a rat climb a tree though?
I feel like a rat can.
I don't know.
I feel like a rat can do
right?
anything. I don't know.
Rats
I
are
try not to think about rats. They're kind of my phobia.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so like if we were in a podcast room and there was a rat in here, like if a rat just popped up in here, there's no rats at Baby Studios.
No.
We are vermin free. I'm just saying that. Yo, what would you do?
I would fucking flip over this table and run the fuck out.
For real?
Yeah. A matter of fact, quick story. I remember I was in Connecticut. It was a couples trip at one point back in 2021, late 2020, and everything was still social distance. We were all outside, and it was like this. It wasn't even a club. It was like a lounge, but people were sitting outside and everything. And then all of a sudden, in an alley, there's this big ass rat that comes out like maybe this big, and everybody's jumping and everybody's flipping tables over and falling. There was even this one girl that she bounced like a basketball at one point because of how hard she fell. It scared the crap out of everybody, and I just remember, and literally it was like where that thing is right there. That's how close I was to it.
So what'd you do?
I mean, I was like,
You ran out.
Well, part of me had jumped, but I was always like, did that really happen?
Mickey Mouse.
I was kind of like in disbelief. No, this is not Mickey Mouse. This is like
Mickey
Godzilla.
Mouse. Yo, Godzilla mutated as rat, yo.
Yeah,
That's gross.
that was Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's how big
Splinter.
it was. Yes.
Oh my God! You know, one time I found a turtle in Patterson. Yo, I'm not even kidding.
That was one lost ass turtle, man.
True story, yo. We called the Pancho. Yo, I was on Highland Street. In
Pancho?
Patterson. Pancho. I was on Highland Street in my grandma's house, yo. Shout out to mi abuela Meche. And yo, I kid you not, I was in the porch, and all of a sudden I'm like looking at the street. I'm like, yo, that's a turtle. That's a fucking turtle. Yo, the turtle had like a hole on the side of his face, but that shit was just like. So I picked that shit up, took it in my house, yo, and I was just like, yo, you definitely was like some Ninja Turtle type shit. You came out of a sewer, yo, and like I should have called it Donatello.
Or Michelangelo or something.
Michelangelo,
Yeah.
Donatello, or some shit. But that's what I thought about when you said the rat.
But
I was
no,
like,
you had to make it a
yo.
Mexican turtle.
Yo, that's crazy. How you find a turtle in Patterson?
Turtle.
That's crazy. All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock.
Oh man.
The time I don't like. But Jason, you've been a great guest. I thank you so much for coming to the show. I loved every minute of it.
I'm so sad that it's over.
Yeah, good
I
time.
had so much fun.
Time flies when you're having a great time.
Yes. Yeah.
That part.
I don't feel like 2 hours just went by. I feel like we still got another hour to go.
Oh, nah. I got to go to my son. It's just like that. But
No, I'm just saying that's how it felt.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you felt that way. Always welcome back at the Mina Mendoza show.
Yeah, please invite me back. I would gladly take it.
If you want to tell the viewers again where they could find you, everything about you before we leave.
Yes, so you can find me at JasonEnrique _ on Instagram and Twitter, soon to be TikTok, as you just convinced me. You can find the podcast First Class Second Place anywhere you can find your podcast, wherever you stream your podcast. Believe me, it is there. I made sure of that. Like and subscribe, please review. Thank you for everybody for the support, everybody that's been on my show, including Mina and Marvin, and shout out to everybody else that's been on, that's going to be on. You guys have made me realize that I'm actually feel like I have purpose in life all over just a little silly podcast, but it means that much in the world to me. So thank you again so much. I can't wait for you guys to see what's next, and I can't wait for you guys to also see what Mina has next up in store as well.
Hey, y'all heard it. So yeah, just everybody to keep in mind, next week will be my last episode, and we will be finito with season 1. So everybody that's been supporting the show, our last episode is going to be something amazing, something great.
It's going to be a banger.
That part. I'm going to miss you all so much, but don't worry, I'm going to be back the first week of September. But remember, we got a new time slot. We're going to be on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is going to be the new Mina Mendoza time. So no more Wednesdays. We're going to bring it back to Thursdays, and it's now a prime time hour. So besides that, again, Jason, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Positive vibes. Shout out to Bravery Studio. Shout out to Mark for always holding it down. And, thank you to y'all, especially everybody that's been always rocking me. Shout out to Evie. Shout out to my best friend Amanda. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the show. I love y'all so much. So it's your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, Queen of Spice. We out.